Is Texas headed towards a power emergency? It's July 2nd, 2024, and these are your headlines. Governor Greg Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick are raising urgent concerns about the future stability of Texas's power grid. A joint statement released yesterday follows recent testimony from ERCOT CEO Pablo Vegas, who warned that Texas might need 150,000 megawatts of power to support its grid by the year 2030. That's just 6 years away. Now, for context, what's 150,000 megawatts? Well, Texas typically has around 85,000 megawatts of power from wind, solar, coal, nuclear, and natural gas sources. The potential shortfall has prompted Abbott and Patrick to call for an immediate review of all policies related to the grid. Now, last November, Texas voters approved Senate Joint Resolution 93, which established the Texas Energy Fund. This fund provides a $5 billion loan program designed to incentivize the construction of more dispatchable natural gas plants. According to Abbott and Patrick, demand for these loans has been overwhelming. The states received notices of intent to apply for $39 billion in loans. That's nearly 8 times the available amount. In light of those new projections for 2030, Abbott and Patrick announced plans to seek an expansion of the program to $10 billion in order to expedite the construction of new plants. The Republican Party of Texas has made protecting the electric grid a legislative priority for the upcoming session, including ensuring the delivery of abundant, reliable, and resilient energy. Unreliable energy sources like wind and solar, which the state has already spent billions of dollars subsidizing, infamously failed in the winter storm of February 2021, leading to massive power outages across the state. We all remember that. With the state facing another round of extreme heat this summer, recent polling revealed that most Texans believe an electrical grid failure could happen again. Attorney General Ken Paxton has pledged to continue fighting against big tech censorship. This immediately followed yesterday's decision from the U.S. Supreme Court, where they sent a case regarding Texas's prohibition of social media censorship based on viewpoints, that was House Bill 20, back to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. HB 20 barred social media companies from censoring users in Texas based on their expressed opinions. Following its adoption, technology group NetChoice sued the Attorney General, Texas, Ken Paxton. The U.S. Supreme Court also sent a case regarding a similar Florida law back to the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. Paxton assured Texans that he would not stop pushing back against silencing from big tech oligarchs. The court unanimously ruled Monday, of course, to return the case to the Fifth Circuit. Justice Elena Kagan, an appointee of President Obama, wrote the opinion of the court where she said that a state may not interfere with private company speech in search of what the state views as ideological balance.
The Luke Macias Show is your access to what happens behind closed doors in Texas politics. Listen weekly to me, your host, Luke Macias, as I break down what is actually happening in conservative politics in the Lone Star State, a state that we all love and cherish. Listen weekly wherever you listen to podcasts. This show is a product of Texas Scorecard.
A coalition of over 90 local elected officials and activists is urging State Representative Giovanni Capriglione to oppose any speaker candidate who supports appointing Democrats to leadership positions in the Texas House. The letter includes signatures from the mayors of Keller, Colleyville, and Southlake, many of the city council members from those cities. Additionally, there's members of Keller ISD, Grapevine Colleyville ISD, and Carroll ISD, which have signed on, along with a slate of Republican precinct chairs inside the district. The letter was sent by Southlake families, led by Lee Wamsgans. Additionally, the group asked Capriglione to commit to supporting a speaker first nominated by the Republican caucus and to oppose any candidate who first courts the support of Democrats. The move is a rebuke of current Speaker Dade Phelan, who has repeatedly defended the practice of placing Democrats as chairs of committees and has stated he will not waver, those are his words, from the practice if elected as Speaker again. A ban on Democrat chairs is a legislative priority of the Republican Party of Texas. Phelan also courted Democrats before the caucus nomination process when first taking the speakership back in 2021. Last month, 46 current and incoming Republican House members signed a similar statement saying they would only support a speaker in the Republican caucus who opposes Democrat chairs. Of course, Giovanni Capriglione is currently not among those members. Though Phelan narrowly won re-election in a heated primary runoff in May, 2 members have announced plans to challenge him for the speakership. Those are State Representatives Tom Oliverson and Shelby Slauson. Both have said they will not appoint Democrat chairs. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.